What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. Today's video is gonna be all about isolation. I am gonna give you guys a couple tips on how to isolate, a couple different tricks on how to isolate, and a couple different methods on how to isolate. There are a few ways you can go about this. Some are easier than others. And to be honest, I always say this, but there are a million different ways to do the same thing with lashing. So it's really coming down to personal preference, what you like, what's comfortable for you, and just what works for you. So let's get into it. So first, before I jump into the methods of isolating, I do want to break down isolation just a little bit for you guys, especially for my newbies out there who actually don't know what isolation is. It is the practice of separating a single natural lash with your tweezers. Basically on the tip of your tweezers, you're going to open up your tweezers and you're going to isolate a single natural lash so that you can see that lash and that lash alone, which allows you to apply an eyelash extension directly onto the one natural lash without it getting stuck or getting jumbled up in the other natural lashes. Okay, so the first way I'm going to show you guys how to isolate is to do the main way. This is probably the most common way to isolate, and it's literally just taking your isolation tweezers, finding your natural lash and opening them up so that you can see that little guy hanging in there right there, and then you'd go ahead and apply your natural lash to that lash. The other way to isolate lashes is you can go ahead and start moving your tweezers back and forth to kind of find what pops out at you. So let's say you want to do that one. You found that one right there, so then now you can go ahead and isolate that one lash because you almost made it separate itself from the other natural lashes, and then you can get a better isolation that way. Then another method is actually using both of your tweezers. So I'm going to go ahead with both of my tweezers and just figure out which lash I want to isolate here, maybe play around with them a bit, see what's coming out, and then I'm going to hold the rest of the lashes to the side like that with my first tweezer, and then I'm going to find the lash that I want, which is this one right here, and I'm going to let go and then go ahead, pick up my extension, dip it in my glue, and then apply it there. Okay, so then another one to actually get those little itty bitty lashes that you want to get that may be underneath, because we all have 3 layers of lashes. Sometimes it's not so easy to grab them from the top. So what you can do is take your tweezer, lift the lashes up, and almost find what pokes out to you, which is that guy right there. Oh, we're gonna do it again. There it is. And then you can grab it, isolate it there, and then go ahead and apply your lash. And then some extra tips when you're isolating to help you isolate a little bit better is always go ahead and move your lashes around, because sometimes they get settled or they get bunched together. You can't see them to isolate them. So you wanna make sure that you have them moved around pretty frequently so that you can rearrange them and maybe find one that's not necessarily poking out to you like it did in the beginning. Another thing you can do, or another tip realistically, is make sure that your tweezers are extra sharp. You want super precise tweezers when you're isolating, especially when you're trying to get those root lashes, those lashes that you're really trying to isolate from the root. You want to make sure that you have super sharp tweezers so you can really get in there. If your tweezers are not sharp enough or too thick at the base, it's going to make it really difficult for you to get any lash from the root of the natural lash, because your tweezers aren't going to allow you to get in there. But the sharper they are, the easier it's going to be to get into those small little areas. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys loved it. I hope that it was helpful. I know how hard isolation can be and how time consuming it can be. So I hope that these little tips can help you move forward a little bit better and maybe take away some of that frustration. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye.